His Excellency, the Honorable Consul General of Japan, all my colleagues on the dais, my colleagues of the dais, industry leaders on the dais, industry leaders of the dais, members of the media, our co-host, Economic Times, ladies and gentlemen. As we celebrate the second Mumbai Rising MMRDA Leadership Forum, my mind actually wanders back to the first leadership forum which we had done. And in fact, that was the 49th year, I think 49th year, running of the formation of MMRDA. And we were at that point of time in a position where we had a lot of old projects and we needed to think that what is to be done to take this organization back to the future. This organization, in fact, has a very interesting history. And since Maharashtra has always been a development-oriented state, and Maharashtra has never believed in competing with other states. Cities in Maharashtra generally have not competed with other cities in India or abroad. But generally, everybody has focused in making itself differentiated, attractive, so that people like to come and live here, make the place a better place to live for its citizens, a better place to work for its citizens. Maharashtra long back had thought that the central business district of South Bombay needs to be diversified. And therefore, we had thought of a satellite town in 1970, that is Navi Mumbai project, an area stretching from Airoli to JNPT. And then we thought of the BKC, the Bandra Kurla complex, the second business district. Then we thought of another business district at Andheri, that is the Marol industrial area, and so on and so forth. So today, even the city of Mumbai, in fact, has more than one business district. And each of these business district is prospering, and each of these business district is growing. At that point of time, I remember we had the great and momentous occasion that the CEO of the Niti Aayog, Mr. B.V.R. Subramaniam, was here with us. And I had the occasion, MMRDA, we had just decided that we will make an economic master plan, we'll make a climate action plan for the next 50 years. And Mr. Subramaniam told us that is exactly what the Niti Aayog is also thinking there. And I can see Siri Shankar here on the dais, and he was also there. And then we decided that MMRDA will do this thing, tie it up with the Niti Aayog, and ISEC was at the back end of Niti Aayog. And that is how MMRDA took the initiative of preparing the Growth Hub plan that is called today, that Growth Hub plan, which essentially is an economic master plan of MMR, the first of its kind in the country, was created here in MMRDA along with the Niti Aayog and its affiliates. This plan aims to make Mumbai into a $300 billion economy by 2030. This plan aims to make Mumbai a $1 trillion economy by 2047, that is as we celebrate the 100th year of our independence and we go towards Amrit Kal. And this plan, unlike other plans, is a very simple plan because it gives very simple 7 policy drivers, it gives 8 policy shifts, and it identifies 30 projects, which if done, will tell you exactly what is the gross value added, what is the employment that is going to be generated. So like for instance, if you resettle the slums, then this is what is going to come out of it. If you build roads and bridges, then this is what is going to come out of it. If you have a port proximate development, then this is what is going to come out of it. And that document was then later on placed before the government of Maharashtra. And it was placed before the cabinet. The cabinet of the government of Maharashtra approved it. Then it was presented at the Niti Aayog in Delhi before all the municipal commissioners and secretaries of development in Delhi and approved at that level. And finally, it was presented before the Honorable Prime Minister. And that document is now final. And I'm happy to say that many of the projects there have already started. BKC is central to MMRDA's growth and the remaining development of MMRDA is going on. And MMRDA is today, as we deal with our issues, we are based on 3 guiding principles. The first principle is rebooting Mumbai. Mumbai was created long time back. It is an organic city. It needs to be rebooted. That is one. Second is reshaping MMR. So, as the entire MMR region, which is now growing organically again, that needs to be reshaped and constructed in a planned way. and last is Mumbai in minutes or Mumbai in 59 minutes, which means that from any one point to the other point within Mumbai, you should be able to traverse that distance through a multimodal approach within 59 minutes. These are the essential three guiding principles of MMRDA. In the last 2 years, a lot of water has flown down the bridge. MMRDA, after tying up with the Niti Aayog and getting its blessings, moved on to the World Economic Forum, and we are the only parastatal in the world which has a direct memorandum of collaboration with the World Economic Forum. And friends, yes, the gateway to investment in MMR is through MMRDA. We raised, in the last World Economic Forum, we were able to raise $40 billion of foreign direct investment. This is to be invested in the next 10 years. We also have raised domestic funding. So domestic funding which we have been able to raise is something like 5 lakh crores, which is something like $50 billion. And plus, we also have a land monetization plan whereby the total investment horizon that MMRDA is looking at today is something like $100 billion. It is a figure which is very big, and thanks to this economic master plan that we do have, this is a figure which will be achieved, and I think that it shall be achieved. To connect people close and to see that people reach places, Mumbai being an island city, Mumbai being a elongated city, essentially there are two highways, the Eastern Highway and the Western Highway, and there is no connectivity. MMRDA has now started constructing ring roads. Most of these roads are already there, and we are already using it. The ones which we are using are the JVLR and the SCLR. The ones which are in construction or which will soon be constructed. See, if we take the South Bombay and we take the Mumbai Coastal Road, then we are now going to widen that coastal road. And we are now going to widen the Marine Drive promenade. From a 3+3, the Marine Drive will be 6+6. A 12-lane Marine Drive which will look like Kartavya Path, or if we are fond of international examples, then a 12-lane Marine Drive which will look like Champs-Élysées, something like that. We will maintain the heritage of Marine Drive. Therefore, the walkway will remain as it is, the greenery will remain as it is, and most importantly, the Queen's Necklace will remain as it is. Down from NCPA, we will take a road and we will connect it to Pethe Marg, whereby we create the connectivity on the southern side. As we go northern, we are constructing the Orange Gate Tunnel. As we speak, the tunnel work is on. And maybe in the month of October, we will be lowering our first tunnel boring machine from the Orange Gate side, which is in BPT. And this will come out at the coastal road. So this will be the shortest and the smallest ring road, which will be in MMR. Further up, I'm happy to say that hopefully today, we shall be able to close the Elphinstone Bridge, and we will be, constructing the Worli-Sivri elevated corridor, something that we have been looking for the last seven or maybe 10 years, right? And we have been able to change the alignment thanks to the improved technology. Instead of 19 buildings getting affected, we will be affecting only 2 buildings, and they have all signed the MOUs and they are all willing to move. So I would like to say that when we do projects, people talk about delays, and people talk about courts, and people talk about clearances. But I think in a democracy like ours, it is very important that every man has his voice. It is very important that due process of law is followed. It is very important that ultimately the development we are doing is for whom? We are doing the development for our own people. Therefore, it is very important that they are all taken on board. In this case, the government has decided to resettle 2 buildings. And regarding the others, there is a proposal that that entire area be redeveloped. So as that entire area gets redeveloped, those people living there will also get the benefit. Further up, we are constructing through the BMC the Goregaon-Mulund Link Road, which will connect Goregaon and Mulund. Now it takes 2.5 hours as you go along the Sanjay Gandhi National Park. Till 1972, there used to be a road, and we could cross the Sanjay Gandhi National Park. But then the Wildlife Act, the Forest Act, everything came, and then the road was closed. Ultimately, a day came when even the water department of BMC, which has its own water treatment plant inside the Sanjay Gandhi National Park in the Tansa Lake, was not allowed to enter. Anyway, a special permission to that effect was obtained. And now, this Goregaon-Mulund Ring Road will be a tunnel which will go below the below the Sanjay Gandhi National Park, and will connect these two. Further on, this road will connect the Airoli, Katai, Naka, go on. There will be a break onto the Kalyan. So that will be one thing. Further north, We have the Thane-Borivali tunnel, you know. So the Thane-Borivali tunnel, again the work as we speak, the work is ongoing, and we shall be lowering the TBM there also hopefully by the end of the year. So that will be the largest TBM board tunnel anywhere. So that is how the Thane-Borivali tunnel will be constructed. So similarly, as we go further north, like if we take on the eastern side, we have an eastern freeway. So there are eastern freeway ends, and then we are extending that all the way up to Thane, up to Anand Nagar. Beyond Anand Nagar, we are breaking two, because most people here are from Mumbai. We are breaking two things. We are going towards Saket. We are also constructing the Thane Coastal Road. The Thane Coastal Road will go further. It comes out at Gaimukh. This Thane Coastal Road will also be integrated with the Thane-Borivali tunnel. The Thane Coastal Road, as it goes on to Gaimukh, we have plans to construct a tunnel which will again go down below the Sanjay Gandhi National Park, and from Gaimukh it will come out at a place called Fountain. Fountain is a very famous hotel in Meera Bhayandar, and the main reason it is famous is that it is the most congested place in that particular road, and of course it serves good food as well. So from Fountain we will take an elevated road which will connect to the Bhayandar Dahisar road. The Bhayandar Dahisar road, another road is being constructed, that is from the Dahisar to Versova. The Versova to Bandra sea link is being constructed. So see, this is another larger ring which has been constructed. If we take the Atal Setu, then from the Atal Setu we reach Navi Mumbai. There is a Ulve Coastal Road, there is a Kharghar Coastal Road. The Ulve Coastal Road joins the Palm Beach Road, it joins the airport. So Palm Beach Road from the Atal Setu is 9 minutes. Therefore, if we start from Worli, say, then Worli to Shivdi, 4.5 minutes. From Shivdi to Ulve, as you reach the coastal road, it is 22 minutes is up to Chidle. So this is 15 minutes. That is 19.5 minutes. And then 9 minutes you can be at the Palm Beach Road and you are at Navi Mumbai. So these are various examples of times are being reduced by the road network. And I am always faced a lot of criticism by people who say, oh my God, you are building roads. And as you build roads, the number of cars increase. And these, I would only like to say that, see, ultimately this whole universe, this world is governed by something called science. And in science there is something called math. And in math there is something called causality and correlation. And correlation and causality are two totally different things. If it rains, and after rains, something happens, it doesn't mean that the rains has created that. For that you need to do a separate study, and there is nothing to show that as the roads increase, it is causing the number of cars to increase. Rather, it is the reverse. We construct more roads because there is a demand. And if we do not build cars, then auto sector is one of the biggest sectors in the country. Are we going to put the auto sector under a brake? But the better part of the story is this. People talk about the bus rapid transport system, BRTS. And when we talk about BRTS, we talk about BRTS within the existing roads. Now within the existing roads, when there is already an existing congestion, how can we have a BRTS? And therefore there are people who oppose the BRTS. But when you build fully new corridors, and these corridors are all 3+3 and 4+4 or 4+4, then definitely the urban local body can dedicate one lane right from the beginning for a bus. And definitely this entire ring apparatus that we are having, we can have for bus connectivity. Another major thing of connectivity is the metro network. The metro network is 337 kilometers, which is MMRDA's. And there are other agencies like Maha Metro, SIDCO, etc., which are constructing the various metro networks. And this total network of metros that today is being planned is something like 462 kilometers of running line. But MMRDA is doing 337 kilometers of running line, an extremely ambitious project which was started by the government in 2015. And this is the largest and the longest single metro line attempted at any given point of time by any country. The next is the Riyadh Metro, that was 161 kilometers. So this is the type of work that is happening. Now, as we talk about, there's a third way of multimodal transport is the railways. And I'd like to tell this audience here that MMRDA actually on behalf of Government of India spends 50% in the construction of the suburban rail network as well. So we pay 50% as the metro lines extend. In the SIDCO jurisdiction, SIDCO pays 67%. So we pay, they construct. And railway today has gone all the way up to Kharkopar and beyond that to right up to Raigad and Pen. That is where the local network, railway network has extended. This is the third modality of connectivity which is happening. These changes are going to be revolutionary. We are having a new airport at Navi Mumbai, and that airport is also supposed to be commissioned, which is executed by CITCO, and that is supposed to be commissioned this year. So we are building a bullet train. And the bullet train, MMRDA is a coordinator, a facilitator, and we have provided the land for the bullet train terminal at BKC. So I would like to just tell you that the next stop of the bullet train from Mumbai is Thane. Then from Thane, the next stop will be at Virar. And from Virar, the next stop will be at Boisar. You may say it's very near Palghar. And the Japanese CG is here. Today it takes 4.5 hours. With the bullet train, it will take 30 minutes. So essentially, what is happening in all these things? BKC and Boisar become neighbors. Worli and Ulve become neighbors. They become the next cities. So today, if you are not getting a house at Worli, you can buy a house at Ulve. You can live in the suburban, have a suburban lifestyle, and you can work in the downtown, in the city. The whole city is therefore getting decongested. The biggest example of so as I say, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. The biggest example of this eating is that when the coastal road was built, I was associated with in the initial stage when we planned the project, we replanned the project rather, and then we did the entire thing and we started the work. It was opposed like nothing else, and many people are here who are aware of that. And today, entire South Bombay is decongested. There is a dedicated bus terminal there. It is opening the largest promenade that we ever had. 175 hectares of open space, coupled with the remaining open space of the race course, will give us a 300-acre central park. Something which we people in Mumbai have only dreamt about is something which is very close to reality in the next 4 or 5 years. So these projects are all ongoing, they are all going on. MMRDA therefore has taken several steps to move forward. Another step is that we have now got ourselves designated as a planning authority in the northern part and a planning authority in the southern part. We are a planning authority of 2,400 square kilometers. And this makes us the largest planning authority in the country. And as we speak, over the last few years, we have become the 5th largest development authority in the world. And we are the largest development authority in the country as we speak. A new city is being built as Atal Setu lands. A new city called as the KSC New Town technically, and which is popularly known as Tisri Mumbai, which our Honorable Chief Minister keeps talking about and our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister also keep talking about. That is also been planned and that is starting. The development of Vadala is something which will start in the next 2 months. The BKC plots have fetched rates which we can just not imagine. So friends, when we were planning the Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link and when we were planning the Mumbai Coastal Road and when we were planning the Navi Mumbai Airport, then it was said that each of these, the Trans-Harbour Link will contribute to the national economy by 1%. And the Navi Mumbai Airport will contribute to the national economy by 1%. So these are some examples, but it shows that as these things happen, what is the huge impact which can have in the minds, in the lives of the people. And I remember that when I was a collector somewhere in the rural parts of Maharashtra and I used to come to Bombay, so I would, earmark at least 2 hours to travel from the airport. When I was at Nagpur, I used to fly. So 2 hours to go from the airport to Marine Drive, and 2 hours to maybe 3 hours when you go back, because that would be bigger traffic. And now the time has come down just drastically. Today, from the when I joined VKC, when I joined this particular organization, from my home in Churchgate to my office, it used to take me 1 hour, and now it takes 22 minutes. So this is the way time has been saved, and this is the way. So today, friends, I urge upon everybody, as we talk about Mumbai Rising and as we talk about the MMRDA Leadership Forum, this is not a numbers game. This is not a game where we are competing कि मुंबई से बैंगलोर चले जाएगा या मुंबई से पूना चले जाएगा या मुंबई से हैदराबाद चले जाएगा. No. We are unique in our own way. We want to give our citizens the best. We want to have it like this, that whoever comes to Mumbai is proud of this city. We want citizens to see what has happened in Mumbai. And we want people to understand the scale of operations that is happening in Mumbai. Ashwin said that the population of MMR is something like 3.6 crore. If we take it in perspective, that population is more than the population of the entire Canada. It's more than one entire country. And if we see the resources that they have vis-a-vis the resources that we have, then I think we are doing a great job. Friends, I'd like to end my speech here, but I'd like to tell you, see, the lights have come back. The future is bright. The future is MMR. And the future will be led by MMRDA. Thank you so much.